Hey everybody, KC here. So this is it, both an end and a beginning. Today is the last day that Morning Newsbeat will be posted on its regular 10 stories a day, 5 days a week, 46 to 48 weeks a year schedule. But that just means that in the new year, Morning Newsbeat will be back a little less frequently, some fewer stories, but I hope that even after 23 years, I haven't lost my edge. The goal, as always, news in context, analysis with attitude, lots of attitude. This is a good moment, though, I think, to say thank you. It's always a good time to say thank you, but it is the season. First of all, to all my sponsors who for 23 years have helped to make this possible. They've kept the lights on. They've made it possible for me to provide Morning Newsbeat to you free of charge. And they've been enormously supportive. And the good news is I have sponsors who are coming back in 2025. I think that's great that we're going to continue to take this ride together. To Michael Sansolo and Tom Furphy, who have made enormous contributions to Morning Newsbeat over the years. Listen, Morning Newsbeat is better for their presence. They'll continue to be present in the new iteration. And the thing is, I'm better for their friendship. To Mrs. Content Guy and my family, who have put up with sometimes crazy work schedule over the years. They have promised me they will continue to put up with me in the new year. That is very, very good news. And finally, to you, right? Because none of this really matters if you're not out there. I like being on a soapbox, but I have no interest in shouting into a void. I've learned so much from you over the last 23 years. And I know that in the new year, my education is going to continue. I've always said one of the great things about Morning Newsbeat is every day I learn something new. And I know that's going to continue into the new year as well. To so much of an extent, you have been my teachers. But again, let's be clear. I am not going anywhere. This is not an end. This is not an obituary. I'm not saying goodbye forever. I'm just clearing the decks and decking the halls for the holidays so I can come back in 2025 refreshed and renewed. The shopping list has been prepared. I know we're having pasta with a fresh bolognese sauce on Christmas Eve and lamb and artichoke stew on for Christmas dinner. The wines have been chosen, the presents have been acquired, and the house has been decorated. You know, we're going to have our annual screening of Love Actually. When I say we, I'll probably be the only one who sits and watches it, but I don't care because I love it. We're still going to go out and see Wicked and Gladiator 2 and a few other movies. I have a bunch of books lined up to read, among them an advanced copy of Mark Greeny's new Gray Man novel. It's called Midnight Black, and another advanced copy of a novel by a fellow named Kevin Wade, which has a fabulous title. It's called Johnny Careless, and I can't wait. At this time of year, I've always found myself thinking about another book, though, by one of my favorite authors, and it's called Silent Night, and it was the last book to which Robert B. Parker, the last Spencer novel to which Robert B. Parker contributed before his passing. And it's not a great novel, largely because the person who finished it wasn't Robert B. Parker, but there are pieces of it that are just wonderful. And there's a passage from the beginning that I've quoted here before that I'm going to do again, that to me, first of all, I know he wrote it because it sounds so much like him, and it speaks to me in terms of how I like to think about Christmas. So here it is. I like the myth elements of Christmas, the way in which its origins reach back far beyond Jesus to the rituals of people unknown to us. The celebration of the winter solstice, the coming of light in the darkest time, and with it the promise of spring to come and beginning again. I like that part better than Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So with that, I wish you a happy holiday and best wishes for a productive, prosperous, and safe new year. Morning Newsbeat will be back Monday, January 6th, a date that has some historical significance, but I always like to think about how Catholics celebrate it. It's the Feast of the Epiphany. And frankly, in my business, an epiphany now and then is a really good thing. That's what's on my mind. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.